Hey YouTube, Nick the Guy 93 here, coming at you with another video. As I mentioned in my last one, the review of Ocarina of Time for the 3DS, I said in my next video I would talk about Operation Moonfall. Now, for those who don't know what Operation Moonfall is, it's a movement. I'm not sure who started it specifically. I know I caught wind of it through ZeldaUniverse.net. And it's a movement to get The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask ported on, I guess that's the word ported, I don't know, remade, for the Nintendo 3DS. There's a lot of people that, well, mostly people are for it because, you know, Majora's Mask is presumably one of the most underrated games ever. A lot of people didn't like the fact that you had a 3-day time limit to do things in the game. But if you just put your feelings aside and you play the inverted Song of Time, you actually have a lot of time to do stuff. Like, you could easily get through 2-3 dungeons just by slowing down time. So, I mean, people don't really take take the situation and analyze it fully. Now, personally, Majora's Mask is definitely probably one of the best Zelda games. Ocarina of Time was good for story and adventure. It more had like a well-developed story, and the villain was more, and Ganondorf was more, I don't know, he seemed more, I don't know, I can't say bent on taking over the world, because Majora was pretty clear what the intentions were. But, I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, Majora's Mask was good for side quests and a lot of that stuff, and it's definitely the darkest of the Zelda games. Twilight Princess probably being the second darkest. And there's a lot of more character development with the non-playable characters and all that, or the NPC. Characters like Anju and Keifi, that side quest, that's really interesting. And the fact that these characters are in different places at different times on different days is really interesting, as opposed to Ocarina of Time, where it's pretty simple, or you know where everybody is, they're going to be there no matter what, other than perhaps when you draw the Master Sword, only a few characters change locations. So as far as whether I'm for or against Operation Moonfall, I'm for Operation Moonfall, like 110%. And hopefully this video will attract a little bit more attention towards the petition that is online. I think the website's petitiononline.com, and it's the petition for it can be located under "We endorse the creation of Majora's Mask 3D." I think that's it. So you can check them out, or you can check out on Facebook Operation Moonfall. I'm with them on there as well. There's a lot of information, there's a lot of updates as to what's going on, and the different phases as to how we're going to approach Nintendo with it. Now, Nintendo has apparently said that they're going to make an announcement on September 13th. Now, some people are saying it's got to do with the Wii U that'll be coming out next year. Some people say it's hopefully not a revamped version of the 3DS already. Me personally, I think Operation Moonfall has already succeeded and has caught the attention of Nintendo, and so they just want to say, you know, we've seen what you've been doing, and you know, we'll do it. Another thing that I wanted to say, that a lot of people, well, how will it work? How will it work? Don't be surprised if Nintendo has already started making it. But they just don't want to say anything until Skyward Sword is out, because you know, possibly it could take away from it. You know, people would be, you know, there's 2 Zelda games come out, you know, even though they would be a fair bit of, you know, like, apart, Skyward Sword being in September, I mean, we wouldn't see Majora's Mask 3D until 2012 at the latest, late 2012 at the latest, maybe, probably the same, I can't even say June 2012. Maybe Christmas 2012. That's probably when we would see it. So they don't want to say anything until Skyward Sword comes out, because I guess they're afraid people might just take Skyward Sword and put it in the back of their minds and focus more on Majora's Mask 3D. And I guess with the Wii U coming out, they kind of want to go out with a bang with the new Zelda. Um, kind of like how the GameCube went out with Twilight Princess. They want the Wii to go out with Skyward Sword. I mean, let's face it, each one of Nintendo's main consoles has ended with Zelda. The N64 with Majora's Mask, the Wii or the GameCube with Twilight Princess, and now the Wii with Skyward Sword. So, don't be surprised if some point in late November, early December, or even before that, they say that Majora's Mask has started being made for the 3DS. And a lot of other concern that people have are, well, if Nintendo does allow or does do Majora's Mask for the 3DS, that will deter from an original Zelda title for the 3DS. It wouldn't, because you have all the character and texture models from Ocarina of Time 3D. It just has to be transferred over to the Majora's Mask file from the N64. I mean, Grezzo would do it. They did it with Ocarina of Time. It's a third-party developer. So, I mean, it wouldn't really deter from an original Zelda game because everything would have to be started from scratch for that, which Nintendo would be able to do, as opposed to a third-party developer just upgrading the texture models and everything. The music can stay the same as it did. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the music, so it wouldn't have to be changed unless they wanted to do like an orchestrated track or two like they did for the Ocarina of Time soundtrack, which was really only Hyrule Field, and even at that it can be found on YouTube and downloaded, I guess. So there's really no reason why Majora's Mask shouldn't be done for the 3DS. I mean, Ocarina of Time did so well, and they're like sister games basically. One can't really go without the other because it closes off that chapter of that Link, the hero of time. So hopefully this, if you weren't aware of Operation Moonfall, you are now, and I understand some people aren't really for it. They would rather they leave Majora's Mask as it is. On that note, not everybody still has the working N64. Not everybody has the collector's edition that had the first two Zeldas and Ocarina and Majora's Mask on it. So, a lot of people really aren't able to play it. And then for the new Zelda fans that got Ocarina of Time for the 3DS, now would be a perfect time to give them the sequel. So, and I've also seen a lot of comments about Axel the Beast from ZeldaDungeon.net and his video as with Operation Moonfall and how he felt. And a lot of people they've been posting a lot of like rude things, hateful things. And, just keep in mind, people, that it's all opinion. They could do it. He doesn't have to buy it. But still, just remember. I mean, like, just chill out. All he did was say his opinion. I'm saying mine, and that's basically where it's going to be left at. The rest is up to the Zelda community, basically, to sign the petition, join on Facebook, and find them on Twitter. And yeah, so hopefully, if you weren't aware of it, you are now. Look it up, sign the petition, and give your support. And hopefully, we will see Majora's Mask on the Nintendo 3DS. I'll see you later.